What's going on, YouTube? This is JKR, which stands for Just Keep Running. Haven't uploaded a too close to the camera. Hold me back up. Yo, that's too much of me right there. There you go. Haven't uploaded a video log in quite some time. I try to make this a daily thing, but of course life gets in the way, and you run into situations where you can't upload anything. That and trying to figure out this freaking iPad. I did not know that if you delete a video, it saves it for 30 days, kind of like a undo thing. And I was wondering why I had no storage. I only got the the lowest storage model, which is a 16 gig. So learning, got the Dropbox going. Got about a terabyte. Paying $10 a month until I could figure out a more permanent storage. So definitely learning some things. As always, as I say in every video, if you do not know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, I would highly suggest you get to know Him, because He is the best friend you could ever have. You don't want to pay the penalty for your sin, because that penalty is death. And if you reject the gift that God has freely given us to save us from His righteous wrath of justice, then I would highly suggest that you come to know Christ as your Lord and Savior. Obviously, I don't even have any followers or anyone viewing this, because I've been checking my videos and trying to been doing a thing with the tags, and so people can see what's going on. But hey, as of right now, no one's been watching this, but hopefully when it attracts people to it, they'll see it, and they will see that every video I put that on there. It's not a disclaimer, it's a warning out of love. So 10 minutes as always. I'm already 2 minutes into it. So what am I going to talk about? I want to talk about something very special, because today is actually the 15th year that I've been, it's just 15. I'm only 32 years old, and I've been with my wife for 15 years. Married about 8, 7, I don't know. I have 4 kids, dates, anniversaries. They just like, that's why my head is so big. Not my head is big, it's just big. Yeah, 15 years today. And around this time, I was actually, because just like a lot of relationships, they're not always holy relationships, so to speak. A lot of us don't wait until marriage to have physical contact, So it's funny, because I've told a couple people the story of how we met. Some people do know, the ones that are closer to me, and some don't know. So I'm just going to put it out there and go over the recap real quick. A situation happened about 15 years ago where I accidentally kicked a girl in the butt while she was on her bike. I meant to kick the seat of where she was sitting, but she has, or had, I don't know what it looks like now, because obviously I haven't seen her in a while, but she got a big booty, you know what I mean? So it obviously came out of the seat. So we were both playing, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I went to go kick the underneath of her seat, and of course I ended up kicking her in her butt. So she didn't like that too much, and she decided to tell her brother, which I did not know her brother was very nice with the hands, and I had to learn that the hard way. So some time passed. I'm not thinking it's a big deal, and at the time I was wilding, like I was smoking. I was messing with these pills. I was gone. I was very gone. I was sitting by the door. I was sitting by the door of the entrance to the building, and dude walks up to me and was like, "Yo, you hit my sister?" And I was like, "Nah, man, it wasn't even like that, man. I hit before I had a chance to explain myself. I'm not a hood dude. Like, I've lived in the hood all my life, but there are just certain rules I don't play by, because I'm just not that type of dude." Apparently he does. So right there, hard too. Like I still feel it to this day. Dude hit me hard, not hard. He hit me hard, and I was like, whoa. Thank God for the drugs that I was on, because I didn't feel it. You know, I guess the adrenaline kicked in, but I definitely felt it. So of course, all my boys are out there, and they play by the rules, so they knew something was up, and you should never let somebody get that close to your space. But I was just so gone, I wasn't even thinking about that. So alright, let's square up in the street now, because now I gotta defend myself. I can't look like a punk in front of all my boys, you know what I mean? But it was dark. I was done. And I think even if I was sober and the brightest of lights, I wouldn't have beat this guy, because he definitely has done this before. Like, he was like, this cat's for real, let's go. So that's pretty much what happened. We squared up in the street, and he got me in the other eye. After that, I was like, yo, this isn't fair. This guy has bricks for hands. I gotta go. So ended up calling a buddy of mine that I was working with at the time. Now I didn't realize my wife, or you know, her, Melissa. I mean, that's her name right there, Melissa. Someone say her name, Melissa. I didn't realize that she was feeling me like that, you know, because we worked together. So long story short, 15 years ago to this day, I called him up, and I was like, yo, I need to get out of here. I just got destroyed by this dude. All it took was 2 shots. And he said, well, this chick want to see you, Melissa. And I'm like, dude, both my eyes are like done. I had these 2 blue ice packs that I had on my eyes. And sure enough, he picks me up. I go over there, and she definitely wanted to let me know how much she was attracted to me. So much so that she told him to leave and told me to stay. So long story short, even though I've gone into it like almost 5 minutes now, we hooked up. You know, it's no spiritual way to say it. I mean, we you know, it was obviously out of wedlock. We fornicated, if you want to, you know, give the definition of it. And I told her, I was like, you know what I mean, I'm not the type of dude that just, and I never have, you know. Later on in life, my mentality kind of changed, but at the time, I wasn't the type of guy that just liked to have one-night stands, you know, so to speak. And I told her, I said, you know, I really would like to see how far that this thing can go. And boy, did it go far. I mean, as you can see, that is one of the results of our of this up and down marriage that we have. I mean, obviously, I think it was like 4 or 5 years later. I suck with math, so don't hold me to that. You know, we ended up getting married. You know, we had our first child out of wedlock, but the other 2 we had while we were married. So I just wanted to get into that because just for anyone that's going through something in their relationship, or in their marriage, I should say, if it's a relationship, I hope that you're working towards marriage and you know, sealing the deal on that. But for anyone that is going through something while they're in their marriage, it is not an easy thing. I mean, while we were together, you know, the 15 years, the first 4 years, we broke up and got back together. So, but we definitely have learned a lot. And like I told her earlier today, we're just scratching the surface and knowing each other. Because once you put your guard down and you really start to let out things that you would normally hide because you're trying to play this role or this person, you have no choice but to be honest with each other, and you learn a lot of things along the way. So I'm gonna stay true to my word, keep it 10 minutes. But if my baby's watching this, I love you. I appreciate everything that you've done for me and the kids, and I will continue to deal with you and your while you deal with me and my dad. So God bless you guys. Have a good night. Hopefully I get to do another one of these tomorrow, now that I know how to delete my storage. All right, God bless, man. Do this.